Sadly, the goats have broken through my garden gate. Yes, I know it's not a legitimate gate, but it's the best I can do for the time being. And they just stick their little horns through that chicken wire and chomp, chomp, chomp to their heart's content. Then they slip out, thinking none will be the wiser. Not today, my friends, not today. So what I've done is taken a scrap of wire. I personally never get rid of wire. It always comes in handy. And I'm reinforcing the chicken wire. So you can kind of tell that I did this last year also. And it worked until it didn't. So now I've got a bigger piece. And the first thing that I did was when I cut it off the big piece, I cut it so that I had tabs of wire sticking out. I didn't cut it flush to one of the squares. I did that so that I could use that wire as fasteners. And so I twisted it around and did that all down one side. Now I'm coming along the bottom and I have this little nifty tool, which is actually designed for tying rebar together with these metal ties. These metal ties come on like a roll. But what you do is you kind of, or at least what I'm doing here, is you put them together enough so you can fish them through, and then I'll show you how the tool works. All right, so now I've got it fished through there, and I have my loops on the ends pretty close together. I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna go grab that back one, and then also grab the front one. So now I've got it through both loops, and then all you have to do is pull, and it twists those together. And those goaties won't be able to untwist it because as dexterous as they are somehow, they're not that dexterous. I have finished tying the wire together all over the top and the sides and a couple in the middle for good measure. Now I'm going to come along with these heavy duty zip ties, and I'm going to zip tie it kind of like you see I already did previously, but now with the new piece of wire around this log. Now the purpose of this log is so the little darlings can't just bump that wire up in the middle and go underneath. So it's a very important part of the gate infrastructure here. Okay, so I've gone around the log and through as much wire as I can. Now I'm going to put it through that little hole there and pull it. And it makes a very satisfying zip when you do that. And you want to make it as tight as you can. There you go. So I'll continue to do that all along the bottom here. And I space the zip ties just kind of similarly to the way I spaced the rebar ties. Less than a foot apart. Last step, I've closed the gate now. You can see my very sophisticated latching mechanism of 2 bungee cords. And I've put 2 big rocks. One there and one there. And that will limit how this gate can move out. And then the fence posts limit how it can move in. In other words, it can't. So goats cannot pick that up and get underneath. Famous last words, we shall see. I will check back in and let you know. And they cannot break through now because of the multiple layers of wire that they would have to go through. Again, stay tuned. Stranger things have happened, but I'm feeling more confident now than I did this morning after I witnessed the destruction. So now I'm going to let the little ones out and see what happens. Wish me luck. They are quite cranky from being locked up for a grand total of, 16 hours. Spoiled, rotten. Definitely testing the waters. They do that. They test fences for sure. We'll see. So far, so good.